Well, I am back. Hello, everybody. So this kind of came out of the blue here earlier. Basically, Chile has relaunched a lot of his legal-ish stuff against Cade and others. And it turns out that he's mentioned myself and a few other people, including JL Warren, in his LOLSuit. Needless to say, he got my name and job wrong. So that's a great start, Chilito. But we're going to have a look at this one and we're going to see how it goes. We've also got a video from earlier. I only caught a couple of little bits of it. It seems like he got pretty spooked and decided to disappear for himself. And it's kind of funny that he didn't know JL's name because JL's name said everywhere all the time. Yes, he is looking a little bit older these days. He really, really does. Paul Berry for $2 says we'll be over when we finish with Merb's stream. I didn't know Merb was streaming. I hate to stream over anybody. But yeah, absolutely. It'd be great to have a few more people drop over. Spellbinder says DWD just did a whoopsie. Who's DWD? Let me know. Charlie Welch, good to see you, my friend, says, worst day imaginable. Please make me laugh, old pal. I will do my utmost to make you laugh, my friend, anytime. And Paul Rumore Fraser for 179 says, hello, playboys and girls. Press the like button. You heard him. Press the like button. And Paul Rumore Fraser for 179 says LOLSuit's more like, oh, big lol, major lol on this whole thing. It's quite something. Darkwing Duck, I do not know who that is, truth be told. I don't know if I should know, but yeah, absolutely. I'll check that out. Anybody able to tell me who that is? Let me see. Bridget Avide, Chile said I made him afraid for his life. Really? Okay. Interesting. But we will definitely have a look and see what that's all about. Norfolk Southern Pokey District, the newest person with a wrench out there, says, Irish Demon, your next video should be LIA Sean Reyes being found guilty in a Connecticut court, and it was hilarious. Absolutely, I will check out that as well. GT Meme says, just checking before I leave for work. I look forward to seeing Chile fail in court again. No doubt that you will. DuckTales, not sure if that played in Ireland. I don't know what that is. Darkwing Duck. I got to check that out. And then we have Mr. Shigora. Good to see you, my friend. To fly from here to Ireland, just out of curiosity, cheaper than I expected. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Or Doctor Who Designs. What happened? What happened? I didn't see. Paul Rumore Fraser for 179 says, a weight demon preparing the popcorn. Make some extra for me, will you? I do love popcorn. I am petrified of chili, as you can imagine. Stephen Kane says, I've arrived with tributes of potatoes and shamrocks. Congratulations, Stephen. You have just gotten yourself an Irish passport. Congratulations. The Dark Canuck, good to see you, my friend. And Christina Probs, good to see you too. And without further ado, okay, so hold on. So Darkwing Duck is a spin-off of DuckTales, a Disney cartoon. Okay, so it is the other, what was the other one? Damn it, I should know this. Where was it? Oh yeah, Doctor Who Design. Doctor Who Design, I think, did the intro from my one. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here where that comment was. Give me a second here now, we'll have a look. Might just take a minute for me to actually get up here and find it. Zachariah Hooper's in the house with Guinness and Jameson. Oh, now you're talking my language. Now you are talking my language. I can't find the original comment. DWD is what I'm looking for. A big woohoo for the main man, the one, the only Irish Demon. Thank you so much indeed. All right, I'll find it here now. Give me 2 seconds here, and then I will be able to get on with the show, because if I don't figure out what's going on here, then it'll be on my mind, and I won't be able to do anything. Let me see here now. Scrolling. I'm way behind on the chat here now, so bear with me. I can't find it, man. Hold on a second. It's driving me crazy. Blue Bear's in the house, by the way. Just letting you know. Okay, I cannot find it. Can you let me know what that's all about? Because I'm not sure what's going on with that. Yeah, oh, Doctor Who's Designs is in here. So what actually happened? Anybody? I just need to turn off the heater. It's hot as balls in here. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why we say hot as balls. I don't know whose balls are always hot. Like, I mean, that hot. Rack the Jipper says, Chille yeeted a ton of stupidity at a California court. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay, so anyway, if anybody can give me an idea of what's going on, then I will definitely look into that. I honestly don't know. Delete Fun says, I've triangulated the coordinates of your cottage and the castle. We are airdropping the emus and wombats. Oh shit. Now more than ever, I need my F-22. It's the only thing that can take out an emu, actually. Oh, okay. He said leave you alone. Alrighty. So yeah, the emus did actually beat the Australian army in an actual war. That is a fact. So all right, let me know in the side chat, 1 or 2. So 1, do you want me to have a look at the lawsuit first? I'm not going to read it all because it's quite long. Or 2, do you want me to play his live stream from earlier? It's totally up to you guys, whatever way you want me to do it. And we'll get stuck straight in. 1 for the what you call it, the LOLSuit, and 2 for the live stream. Lisa Cole says, hey ID, looking good with that sexy beard. Why, thank you so very much indeed. I do try. Good to see you. Anne's opinions. I hope you're doing really, really well out there. It's kind of a mixed bag. It's like a one. There seems to be more 2s. Okay, so we'll go with the 2s. We'll watch the live stream first, and then we'll have a look at this LOLSuit. Myself and Jailworm both get named in it. So here we go.
Yo, what's going on out there in the land of YouTube?
Lightly edited, of course. The voice is the same. I did not change the voice.
So, I don't have a lot of time, as usual. I'm busy 24/7. There's not a time that I'm not busy. So I'm doing an emergency live here because there's going to be a video coming out tomorrow. Let me put my window up so you guys can hear what I'm saying. There's going to be a video come out tomorrow. How's everybody doing? Do me a favor, no matter where you guys are watching from, write in the comment section where you're from. City, state, town, country, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Let me know where you're from, because I go back and read the comments and I see where everybody's from. So there's the first thing. And then the second thing, do me a favor and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Take your finger, whack-a-la. Hit the like button. Okay, so there's the pleasantries, and to my crew, and you guys know who you are, DLZ team, you guys know who you are. I love you, and thank you guys for coming. And so I want to spread the tentacles here that we have, and any other auditors who are extraordinarily pro-Second Amendment as I am. I know, and let me just give a little historical background here. All gun laws are based, in the United States of America, are based on racism. I'm sorry if you guys don't know that, and I have taught this time and time again. There are 2 different PDFs available on my website, Delete Laws. They are called The Racist Origins of Gun Control. One by Steve Eckwall, a PhD student, and the other one by, I forget the other guy's name. I'm so sorry. I like to give them credit because they wrote these very short PDFs called The Racist Origins of Gun Control. And so if you don't know that, then let me inform you. The reason why they wanted to criminalize gun ownership was because they didn't want Negroes, it's written in black coats over and over and over. They literally call it and I don't have these years memorized, so I'm not saying any factual years here. They'll say like the 1720 Virginia Negro gun ban. I'm not kidding. The 1810 Massachusetts Negro gun ban. That's what it says. barring all Negroes from having guns. Well, so now why do I say that all gun laws are based on racism? Because other people could have guns. There was no sort of discrepancy. Now this live is not about a history lesson on guns, even though I implore you, I beg of you, especially if someone's watching this going, oh, you race baiting, you just being dumb. I implore you to go to my website, Delete Laws. The periodical tables are free. You can read, they're very short PDFs, only 3 pages, very short. Read the racist origins of gun control 1 and 2. There's 2 different ones. Please read them both. So, with that being said, I wish I brought some water. With that being said, I talked to a gentleman who is not black, who is white. And let me just finish it so you guys understand how deeply it goes. The 1911 Sullivan Act, which made it so that you had to get your gun rights from the president of the Police Bureau of New York City, is the exact same gun legislation in almost every Democrat liberal city in America today. That if you want a concealed carry license, you have to get your gun rights from the chief of police in that town, or sheriffs, or boroughs, or district, or wherever they can give the cops the power over you to say whether or not you can have a gun. So, Ricky Hobby lives in Muskegon, Michigan. And so he has reached out to lawyers all around there. But let me tell you a little bit about Ricky. I'm flying on faith here. I have his phone call recorded. I'm going to air the video in the morning. This man got into a vehicle, open carrying in Michigan. Now, I thought that, see, that's the thing. That's why I need someone who's done this for 20 years, and that's all they do. And they just work on Second Amendment cases. What Ricky Hobby did, he went from property A to property B. That's what he did. And he open carries in the state of Michigan. And so he then, when he left property A to go to property B, he had his gun around his waist, similar to how I carry my gun around my waist when I'm in places I can open carry. So,
excuse me.
What I do, though, is I have to follow the law, and because I'm a target of the law, so I have to put my gun in a locked case and take the bullets out of the chamber, and I have to go through these processes of law because the law wants to arrest me. So I have to follow these very ridiculously stupid procedures so that I can have my gun in different kinds of states. So, with that being said, Ricky Hobby was charged with carrying a concealed weapon in Michigan when he got into his car open carrying and was driving from point A to point B. He's 64 years old. He doesn't have a criminal record. He is not a criminal. And now he has become a criminal for carrying a self-defense weapon. He has no charges of battery, abuse, assault, nothing. He has none of those things. I'm not really in a hurry, so I'll let the traffic kick my ass. I'm in the shit lane, but it is what it is. Los Angeles is Los Angeles. So you can't win them all, kid. If anybody knows the movie, let me know. I just tried to mimic it there. So anyway.
Good job, bud.
Ricky Hobby, his only crime is having a weapon. That's his crime. This has got to stop. This has got to stop the criminalization of our natural rights. It has got to stop. This is crazy. I stopped everything else I was doing to make Ricky's video because he has trial in 5 days. He has trial in 5 days. You know what they did, right? The first 3 pre-trials, they offered him a deal. If you don't take this deal now, you're never going to get this deal again. They offered him a public pretender. The public pretender is there to make sure that he walks himself into a deal. The public pretender works with the judge and DA day in, day out. And sure, the public pretender might try to get the best deal they can for the person, but they're trying to get a deal. That's all I'm saying. They're trying to get a deal. I don't want a deal. I want my rights. I want my Second Amendment rights. It should not be a crime for me to get into my car with my gun on my side and drive. Just like it shouldn't be a crime that I have to wear a seatbelt if we have motorcycles.
But a motorcycle isn't a car, first and foremost. You would not be cool enough to know that. But actually, it makes a really, JL Warren makes a really good point here. He says, welcome to the 10th Amendment, dumbass. And for those of you who don't know, the 10th Amendment basically allows states to govern themselves. So states can come up with their own rules. It always blows me away how these guys kind of, they pick and choose from the Constitution what they like and what they don't like, right? So the 10th Amendment doesn't seem to apply, but the first, second, and fifth in particular do seem to apply to them. I think he's a snitch too. And I'm allowed to say that, Chille. Sue me, bitch. I think you're a snitch. And I have a good reason to think it too. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. I've got every right to say that. Paul Rumore Fraser says, hi, Blue Bear. Good to see you. Blue Bear's a legend. Paul Berry for $2 says, did someone smack Chille on the forehead? You know, I kind of thought that too. I got to be honest. I was looking at this earlier, and it did look like maybe he got his leg swept and hit his forehead somewhere. Hold on, let me have a look here again. Where is it? Real quick. He didn't delete the live stream, did he? No, he didn't. Okay. It looks like he got a wallop because his forehead looks a bit swollen, and it looks like his nose got a bit of a thump. I know he's got a ton of makeup on as usual, but it looks like he's got a big black and blue mark on his forehead. 2 seconds there now. I'm just gonna put the quality at 720p, which did approximately nothing because, of course, he uses butthole internet. Yeah, it looks like he got a right wallop across the top of the head. I'm going to just screenshot this and I'll bring it up for you here in a moment. And let me know what you think. He could have gotten that training or something, you know, like from, I don't know, training out his knee pressure or something. Give me 2 seconds here and I'll have a look what that's about. All right, give me 1 sec. You know, me and tech, like it's not exactly easy. Michigan Wifey says, please come to Michigan, Chille, please. I think he would be afraid to go to Michigan. You lovely folks over there are nuts, and I love it. All right, give me a second here now. Yeah, so a few people are saying Botox. I that's what I was kind of thinking as well. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you know, he's old as shit. So, like, when I say he's old as shit, I mean, he's an older guy trying to look like a younger guy. And it's not working for him. It's not working for him without all of that chemical help, shall we say. And I don't just mean the testosterone replacement therapy, if you want to call it that, if we're being nice about it. Give me 1 sec here now. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, guys. My page is jumping all over the place here at the moment. So if I do miss anything, I do apologize, but just give me a sec here. And I just need to get this back up on the thing here now. Okay, there we go.
I want my Second Amendment rights back from racism. I'm actually going to apply for a concealed carry license here in LA County, and I'm going to document the entire process. And along the process of getting my concealed carry license, I'm going to have to fill out a bunch of questions and answers. And I'm going to be 100% honest.
Would that be a fucking first, wouldn't it? Chillito. Oh, god damn, this guy, man. Oof. Let's have a look here. Laura Dominguez, good to see you, says, this is my first time I've ever chatted in a live. Love from Arkansas. Y'all are all wonderful. And as are you, madam. Thank you so very much indeed. Paul Rumore Fraser for 179 says, either is fine. It doesn't help. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. The Truth in Astronomy for $10 says, wonder what would happen if someone said they were watching from right behind him. I think he would have a nervous breakdown. And funnily enough, it kind of seems like that may have happened actually there. Because he did kind of wig out there at the end of his whole thing. Give me 1 sec here now. I just need to bring something else up. Okay. And Shuggy says, Irish Demon, I hear the Airbnb police are after you again. Where can we send your commissary? Preferably to PayPal /Irish Demon vids. Because reasons, I suppose. But yeah, no, he's full sure that like he's going to be getting me locked up for defamation or some such shit. Now, to be fair, like he's not really going after me. He's gone after Cade. He's gone after a few other people. Like his whole thing with me is pretty. It's a big nothing because he knows he can't get me. That's the thing. He knows that he has no. You will never get this. You will never get this, Chille. La 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 la. You can try. As I said about, we are the fighting Irish. At the end of the day, you can try to put us down, keep us out, but we come back again. That's what we do. That's how we fucking roll, man. Have you ever heard of Ireland and Irish people and how we do things? That's exactly how we do things. But yeah, absolutely. As for commissary, actually, never mind the commissary because I'm not going to need that. I am going to need my F-22. So yeah, I'm about $185 million short, but I'll get there. The Dark Nook member for 3 months says you can hit me up for some ramen noodles, bro. Oh yeah, or some hyphy mud, if you know what hyphy mud is. And then we have Al Smith says, does anyone know who Ricky Hobby is? Google is no help. I think Ricky Hobby is a play on words of Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights, I think. Frank Perry for $2 says, for more tan in a can since Chille used it all up. Thank you so much. I definitely will need that because it's really cloudy and rainy here. Melissa Stedman just brought up again about his forehead. I do think it's probably Botox or Baltox. Bridget Avite says, welcome to the 10th Amendment, dumbass. Couldn't have put it better myself. Like you, the way you said it is cooler than how I said it. I was trying to be chill. Anyway, DTA, good to see you, says, love to see a Castle live stream. I had planned on doing one, but sadly, there's literally no phone signal down there. None whatsoever. And so, yeah, doing a live stream from down there is pretty bad, but I will be able to get some footage and then live stream from here and show it. We definitely do that. Flower Girl 420 says, we are of the Farrell family. I have 3 very Irish boys. That's awesome. And now you got another one here on the screen in front of you. Stuart Christmas says, morning all from the equator. That's awesome. What are you doing on Glen Serio's belt? Aaron Hamilton for $10 says, supplicant pose. It could have been. A supplicant pose, for those who don't know, is when you bow before somebody and put your head on the floor. Okay, fine, I admit it. He was doing a supplicant pose in front of me. Fine, you got it out of me, Aaron Hamilton. You got it out of me. And then we have Stuart Christmas for $6.98 Sega Genesis dollars says, morning demon from the equator. Been a while, glad to join back into the quagmire. Quagmire, you say? Giggity, giggity, giggity. Good to see you back, buddy. It's a pleasure. PhD Tony for $5 says, that may be how you roll, but not everyone is that chubby. Really, Tony? Really? I'm not chubby. I'm fluffy. I'm fluffy. I'm fluffy and beautiful. Sandy D. Oh, Tony, why? Sandy D for $5 says, this is not for the phone fund. This is for the runway you're going to have to build. Oh, shit. I forgot about a runway. Lads and lassies, I'm going to have to set up another GoFundMe for a runway for my F-22. And wait, maybe we should switch and let's just actually save some money and get a Harrier jump jet so I can just take off from the front garden. I don't even need a runway. That'd be awesome. Melissa anybody know where I can get some Sidewinder missiles? Anyway, Melissa Stedman for $2 says Botox does make a large red mark across the head. I mean, is it just me? And I know you probably can't tell from this screen because I have had to I've had to kind of play around with it a bit, shall we say. His forehead does look a bit smooth. Smoother than usual. Strangely smooth. Unusual. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anybody out there, and you know what? There's no judgment here. None whatsoever. Anybody out here who's gotten Botox before, can you confirm? Can you confirm? Well, Rajara, that's a good point, actually. Now that you bring it up, I can flex my front garden to you. Says, you know the front garden's too small for a Harrier jet. Might need to use the neighbor's garden too. As it happens, I'm lucky enough to... I rent a cottage on my friend's property, and it's like a beautiful 17th century house and a castle there So our front lawn is like 6 acres. It's awesome. It's awesome. But then again, I don't know if landing a Harrier jump jet out there is probably the best idea in the world. What with all the cows and horses and shit. The Dark Canuck for 279 Canadian dollars says you could show a home movie on that for it. The Chille Drive-In. I love it. Gary Donnelly's become a new member. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Delicious for 10 Aussie dollars says, just because I can, love you dearly, the beautiful Delicious. I'm sipping on some coffee here. Every time I make coffee in my nice pot, I always think of Delicious and the Killer Coffee Co. coffee. That literally nearly killed me. It was brutal and awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Delicious. Really appreciate that. Aaron Hamilton again for $10 says mushroom stamp. I don't know specifically what that means, but I think I have a fair idea. Is that like if I got a glass and put my, my old boy on it and it leaves what looks, the shape of a mushroom? Am I too naive, or is that what we're talking about here? Because if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised. Catastrophic, thank you so much indeed. I love all of you guys. I really do. It's great to have you here and having the crack. This is the second live stream tonight. This is like the good old days. We are going back to the good old days. I hope you guys realize that, because I love live streaming. I love having fun with all of you guys. It's just the best. It's the best. Shay 2, the OG, has gifted 5 Irish Demon memberships. Thank you so much indeed. Let's see who got the hold on a second. Let's see who got the memberships. Laney EP was gifted a membership. That's awesome. Michelle Wenzel, congratulations. And Laurie was gifted a membership. Melissa Stedman was gifted a membership. And Goosebump 801, you were all gifted memberships. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Shay, too. Really do appreciate that. And then we have... But yeah, let me know. Is that what you meant, Aaron, about the mushroom stamp? Or am I either being completely dirty-minded, or am I just way, way, way too, too good of a boy? Cynthia Merritt for $5 says, I've had Botox for migraines. Oh yeah, I've heard people do that. And I've heard that people get Botox on their ball bags. Just saying. People get nutsack Botox. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe somebody was getting their nutsack Botoxed. He wanted to, split the fee and kind of maybe jump in and share the Botox, the nutsack Botox. And that's how he ended up getting the mushroom stamp on his forehead. There we go. I fucking knew we'd get there. I knew we'd get there. So that's exactly what that is. Problem solved. And then so it says for migraines with no red mark afterwards. Well, there you go. Interesting. So must have been a penis. That's the only other option. J Mac for $4.99 says an A10 is a better aircraft. You can take off on a road and it has a lot of I love the burp. Actually, you know what? On that matter, there's the vegan can take off on like a side road, or what's that? There's another one that's really common. Maybe it is the vegan. Anyway, yeah, an A10 would actually be pretty cool. And they're really hardy too. They can take a good old wallop. Much like Chille's head, actually, it seems. But yeah. Jimmy Hell for $2 says, how can he carry a gun with restraining orders? I wonder, are those restraining orders only valid in the state, or maybe the restrictions because of the restraining orders, are they maybe only valid in that state? I don't really know, because I'm not 100% up to date on how it works state to state over there. But yeah. The Plotto says, hey, I still need your address, but shipping to Ireland right now is over $100 Freedom dollars. So if you're coming to town again, we'll sort something out. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a fucking plan. Johnny reckons it depends on the restraining order. Yeah, I suppose that does make sense. I used to work in a restraining order court when I was injured in one of my previous jobs, not Airbnb, despite what Chille says here in a minute. But yeah, and yeah, they can differ. I've seen restraining orders against like quite a few restraining orders against police officers by wives or boyfriends or husbands or whatever the case may be. And they would have to be allowed to have their firearm for their job or whatever. So it just depends. I guess, restraining order to restraining order. Teresa for £5 says, if his eyebrows don't move when he talks, he's had Botox. Okay, well, now I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. That goes without saying. Zachariah Hooper says a mushroom stamp is getting slapped in the face with a dick. Short and to the point. Yeah. I realize how that sounds now. But thank you for clarifying that. No, I mean, I don't know if that's why he's got the bruise, but I'd be willing to bet that has happened. Cerebral Tackle for $5 says, yes, the mushroom stamp is the opposite of a clam stamp. Use your imagination. I'd rather not when I'm thinking about peni and chili in the same sentence. That's, anyway. Sandy D for $5 says, super chat in this is so you have to read it. Oh, no. Okay, thank God. I thought, oh no, am I going to be in trouble? The Plottle says you missed the best one. Oh, could you repost it? Sorry, man. Sandy D says, super chat in this is so you have to read it. Chili's face was already very close to the nutsack and the needle hit his head. I assume you mean Botox needle. And Epiphanies for $5 Canada says, Barber, what do you want? Chili, just make sure I never get laid again. Barber, I got you. To be fair, he doesn't need the barber to make sure he never gets laid again. Let's face it. Let's face it. Now, what did I miss from Johnny? I want to just swing back up here a second and see, because obviously I missed something good. If it's worth, let me see here now. Johnny. Oh yeah, it's called No Telling Nutsack Job. Not telling nutsack. I like it. Very clever. Very clever. I love it. Alrighty. Totally not worth scrolling back up for that, Johnny O. I'm disappointed. You and Dave are both fired. That's as simple as that. Yeah, smooth teabag. That's a thing. You can look it up. There's literally, you can get ballsack Botox. Balltox, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway.
Let's see if I can get a concealed carry license in LA County. And when I talked to this cop the other day, he told me, whatever you do, don't apply for a concealed carry license in LA County. All I have to do is show my voicemails and my text messages with, I would easily say hundreds. I was going to say thousands, I don't know. Hundreds for sure of death threats. So would that give a reasonable person cause for alarm? Yes.
Well, like, here's the thing, right? We do this YouTube game. I've had death threats, multiple death threats, not so bad anymore because, like, this was kind of more going back to when I used to cover the flat earth stuff. I used to get death threats all the time. Horrible things said to me. But yeah, anyway, moving on.
Would a reasonable person want to carry self-protection? Yes. So, but I'm me, and I don't like coppers. I don't respect copper organizations.
Wow, Johnny. For real. Very nice, bro.
So allowing me to have a concealed carry could mean that one day I melt down and have a concealed carry, just like the Negroes of the 1720 Virginia banned Negroes from having guns.
Jesus. He didn't just say that again, did he? Like, okay. I get it. You're using that word in reference to the law or whatever. I haven't even had a chance to look that up. I don't really care, to be honest, but you saying it like that, oh, it's such a bad mistake to say that, man. In that way, it's just such a bad mistake.
This is what's literally written in the black codes. It's on my website. These years I'm spouting are wrong. I don't know if it's 1720 Virginia Negro handband, but it's always called the Negro. So one is called the Negro. Someone grab the periodicals off of my website, Delete Laws, real quick, and start typing them in the side here. Someone grab it. It's one of my people, Team TLZ. One of you guys grab the periodicals and do me a favor and start posting in the comments the exact copy and paste from the black codes that were enacted since Plessy versus Ferguson, since Dred Scott, even before Dred Scott. The black codes that limited Negroes to having guns goes back to the 1600s. And that's where the origins of all the idea that we can ban certain people or limit certain people from having guns. And what do we have today? Red flag laws.
But hold on a second. That was before the United States of America was a country. That was before the Constitution. Not only that, but that's something that happened way back. Yeah, just as Warren said, like the US didn't exist then. That's something that happened way back when certain people were treated in horrible ways, including Irish people. Like what was going on in Ireland in the 17th and 18th century. We were completely seen as just dirt. Like we were not seen as human beings back then. It happens. It's horrible that that's part of history, but that is part of history. Just because that's the way it was before doesn't mean that that's the way it is now. Yeah, Oliver Cromwell, literally that castle. There's a castle 25 feet from my door. I go down walking there like every day with my dogs. Like it's literally there. I can throw Chille that far. That castle was attacked by Oliver Cromwell in a time when people like me would have been considered not human, legitimately. So yeah, he can shut his fucking face.
I can't.
Good to see you, Nikki.
Any of the comments, I'm really sorry. You know, my car will do what it does all on its own, but you know what I mean. I don't really have to. Modern cars, you don't have to do anything. Just pretty easy. Set the cruise control, set the lane assist, and then don't do anything but just make sure you keep your eye in front of you. That's pretty easy in today's world. And you know, the Tesla self-driving car, I don't really feel like it's there. I mean, it is definitely. You can self-drive all day, but for me, I like to drive like a grandpa. I don't love zipping unless I have to get somewhere. So, well, I like to go fast on the freeway, but the way the Tesla drives is super. I mean, it's next level. I mean, it's good. It's just next level. I'm not ready for it. I like a little smoother. Ride. So, but anyway, aside from that, so Ricky Hobby's been criminalized, and he's been criminalized in his 60s. He's criminalized. He's criminalized for having a gun.
But no, he's not though, is he? He's catching these charges not for having a gun. He's catching these charges because he was using the gun not in accordance with the rules of the state he's in. Now, you don't have to agree with that. Like, you don't have to agree with the rules. God knows there's plenty of rules in Ireland and in Australia where I used to live that I definitely don't agree with. But we got to follow them because that's part of policing by consent. That's what that actually means. So yes, he broke the law. I might not agree with the law. I certainly don't agree a lot of the ways these technicalities come up. I hate that. But that is the law. That's why he was being, you know, charged by police, not for having a gun. There's a huge difference. It's the way he's using it or carrying it, which is against the law in his state. And if you can't follow the laws, then don't live there, or else deal with the consequences. It's as simple as that. Or don't get caught. Zachariah Hooper. Oh, lads. For 199 says, Chille's personality is a vagina repellent. Ah, Lord, I hope my mom is not watching this. Yeah, no, bro. For reals, basically, anytime he walks into a room full of women, literally every single one of them would immediately turn to dust. Their ovaries would immediately disappear because this man is absolute, just love repellent. He's so gross, man. KJ for 499 says it's the Black Mushroom Stamp Act. I can already see where this live stream is going, and I frankly like it. That's what I'm talking about. Jinx Biohazard for $5 Canada says, 1, he has no right to say that word. 2, if you have a restraining order or warrants, you can't get a CCL, concealed carry license. 3, his brows seem to be moving just fine. So either he got dick stamped, mushroom stamped, or knotted in the... Oh, wait. I just remembered that in America, knotted means something else. Punched in the head, head-butted in the head, knotted. If you knot somebody in Ireland, I explained this the other day. There's two... Oh, Jesus, I can already see where this is going. There's 2 types of headbutts. And if I'm involved in an altercation physically, I would be a fan, truth be told. There's 2 main types. There's the knot, is when you face somebody and you nut them in the face. Jesus Christ. Okay. I already know where this is going. The other one is when you twat somebody. or as Americans might say, twat somebody. But twatting someone is when you headbutt them when they're definitely not expecting it. They might not be expecting you to nut them, but they're definitely not expecting you to twat them. My hair is ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as his hair. Let's be real here. But yeah, so basically you twat someone or you nut someone. One of them they see coming, the other one they don't see coming. Oh, Jesus Christ. Good night. That's it. I'm done. No. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm digging a hole for myself there. So yeah, he either got nutted or twatted. See, the funny thing is it means that same thing here as well. But yeah, I think we should just move on. I think we should just move on. Let's move on.
He's criminalized for having a gun. Oh, I do got water. God bless.
Ah, J-Mac, I know.
God bless.
English is a lovely language. Whatever it is I'm saying. I can just sense my mom sharpening up her feckin' her wooden spoon as we speak.
So, this aggression will not stand. This aggression will not stand, man. You cannot criminalize our rights. You can't criminalize the Second Amendment because a man so let me give you guys, there's a little bit of backstory because, you know what, I'm going to let the video of Ricky telling me the story on a recorded phone call, I'm going to let Ricky tell the story because I don't know a lot about it. I called him before I did this live and I said, hey, Ricky, in, Moscone? I said, listen, I'm going on faith here that what you're telling me is true. I'm going on faith here. I said, I got to, where did the trouble with police begin? What happened? And would you believe it? Anybody ever have a problem with a neighbor? The neighbor's son is a state trooper. And there's where his problems.
Wait, did he quote the Big Lebowski? Hold on, let me.
Anybody ever have a problem with a neighbor? The neighbor's. So, this aggression will not stand. This aggression will not stand, man. You cannot criminalize our rights. You can't criminalize the Second Amendment because a man so let me give you guys,
is it this aggression will not stand, man? Well, Chille, that's just like your opinion, man.
A little bit of backstory because, you know what, I'm going to let the video of Ricky telling me the story on a recorded phone call, I'm going to let Ricky tell the story because I don't know a lot about it. I called him before I did this live and I said, hey, Ricky, in...
this aggression will not stand, man. What a great movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. I have definitely got to watch The Big Lebowski again. Paul Morrison for £10 says, the right to bear arms comes from the only English Bill of Rights, 1689, that the subjects which are Protestants may have arms for their defense suitable to their conditions and as allowed by law. So all of us dirty tags over here got nothing, basically. And then we have Shay2 for $2 says, Jose's mushroom stamp, men only. Ah, Jesus. Why do you guys make me read out this stuff? My poor mother watches this show, man. Mr. Binglesworth for $5 says, Jesus, I thought the two types of headbutt were Scottish and Irish. No, you're thinking of a Glasgow handshake. Yeah. Glaswegians out there, the old Ouija's, you know what I'm talking about. Kimmy Dawn says, I became menopausal when Chille started his eating. Funnily enough, so did I. I don't know how that's biologically possible, but yes. Belly That says, you're done. No, not yet. I'm going to stay on for another while longer. Thank you. Alan Killian says, Murby's review, is it Murby's? I don't know. Murb, I just call him Murb. Murb's review of Chilito's California filing was hilarious. Chilito was in rare, stupid form. I'll definitely check that out later. I'll be driving quite a bit tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to check that out tomorrow. Yeah, I mean it's good to hear it. I know a lot of people don't like Merb, and that's fine. Like I get it, but to be fair, he does know what he's talking about. So to hear it coming from somebody like him makes more sense than hearing it coming from me. But I'll just break down some of the funny shit. That's how I roll.
Was it Mishgoni? I said, listen, I'm going on faith here that what you're telling me is true.
Merb
I'm going on faith
Street,
here.
yeah.
I said, I got to, where did the trouble with police begin?
The motorcycle.
What happened? And would you believe it? Anybody ever have a problem with a neighbor?
Could see a cat paws.
The neighbor's son is a state trooper. And there's where his problems began when he moved in the 2020 during the pandemic. And as soon as he had one of the coppers, dad or mom, after him, then that's when the copper who works without with no third party supervision, he could just do whatever he wants. And so then pretty soon the coppers are now all over Ricky. And so he gets pulled over, and then he's got a gun, and so now he's a felon. We have got to take our rights back. So his court date's in 5 days. It's on the 13th. Anybody in Michigan? So God bless America. God bless America. God bless America. Let me read that.
So he just runs out of things to say, and he's like, just starts singing and shit.
Let me read that. Let me read it. My glasses are dirty.
Correct. He does really.
Let me hit this lane assist on. Let me hit that cruise control distance. Boom. Okay, let me take a look at what that was written right there. So right here, this says.
That's what I'm talking about.
1640, Virginia.
I'm like the human version of KY Jelly in this scenario.
Race-based gun ban. That all such free mulattoes, Negroes, and Indians shall appear.
What's an Indian?
Without arms.
Is that an Indian guy called Adrian? I don't know.
The statute at large being a collection of all laws of Virginia from the first session of the legislature in the year 1619.
Okay, so that's all well and good, Chilito, but just as J Mac has pointed out here, oh God, that freeze frame. Holy shit. That is kind of terrifying. My ovaries. Do I have ovaries? No, brovaries. My brovaries have just dried up entirely. But anyway, he's talking about all this, right? Whilst live streaming. So he's got his phone in one hand live streaming. Then the other side, he's got his other phone that he's reading from while driving. He's looking down reading, and everybody else is the dickhead. Do you get what I'm saying? Reading from one phone while live streaming, looking into the other one whilst driving, having a fucking meltdown as he does it. That's quite something. Now, lads and lassies, while I grab these next few super chats, or sorry, these next few comments on the side here, let me know in the side chat where you're watching from, especially if you're new to the channel. I'd love to hear where you guys are from. Irish Spring KY Jelly. I did not know what Irish Spring was until I went to America, and then I found out that it's actually really, really tasty. It makes your mouth all foam up, but it's tasty. It tastes pretty good. Vlad Impaler says, meth down. Joanne Dooley says, you have the best smile. No, I don't. Alrighty. Nashville, Tennessee. WI, I believe, is Wisconsin. Newfoundland and Labrador. You're a Newfie. No way. Newfoundland people have like a Waterford accent, like an Irish Waterford accent. Frankie Fish says the Netherlands, very nice indeed. Ohio, I had a great time in Ohio. Mississippi, North Carolina. Oh God, Captain 3D. I hope that never happens, but if it does, I hope I'm watching it. Sue Mees from New Zealand, or as I like to call it, kind of Australia. Central Ohio, Griff Kai, good to see you. Connie Wilburns in Indianapolis, Indiana. Michigan, Linda Hill, good to see you. Jerry Ann's in Bristol, Connecticut. And let me see here now. Official H is up the road in Limerick. That's what I'm talking about. Limerick City, kid. Yurt. Bloomington, Minnesota. Very nice indeed. Patrick's in California. Where else have I got? Netherlands tuning in again. Saoirse Red Hair. Brooks in upstate New York. New Jersey. Connie reckons I've got a great smile as well. Well, thank you very much indeed. Church of Piss. Why not? Church of Piss says that they are from Appalachian Mountains. I was at the foothills of the Appalachians. which was pretty awesome with some pretty epic people. Let me see who else. Alan's up in Seattle, Washington, South Australia. I was born. Lovely. Shania Coy says meltdown. He is having a meltdown. It's a slow burn, but he's getting there. Meltdown and love my channel. Thank you very much indeed. Minneapolis, Maine. Anne's opinion said smile lines are sexy. Do I have smile lines? That's like that awkward smile, like when you're doing your school photographs. Like everybody's smiling, you're like, you know the one I'm talking about. Sorry about the I have no like product in my hair or anything. It's just like threw this together. Cody's in Oregon. We've got the charming manatee is in New Zealand, specifically Wellington. Now I know it says Wellington, but in New Zealand it's Wellington. Trust me. Trust me. I worked with a lot of Kiwis in Australia. One of my best mates in the whole world is a Kiwi. And yeah, they say Wellington. And when they go out to play on their deck, yeah, you guessed it. They go to play on their dick. Anyway, Nightman's wife's from Trenton, Florida. That's awesome. Anyway, oh, Paul is in Hastings. Wow. I really want to go there. I'm going to England hopefully in a couple of months. All going well. Stormbirds in Queensland, Australia. And Mr. Shagor is in Seattle, but apparently I knew that already. I did know that already. Alrighty. Tammy Jackson for $5 says, greeting from... Okay, I always get this right. Is it Boise, Idaho? A day with some ID is definitely a good day. Well, thank you so much indeed, Tammy. I really appreciate that. Still one of my favorite names in the world, believe it or not. And all right, let's move on swiftly with this, soft nutbag over here.
It's based on what? All out race gun ban. Race. They were able to ban people from having guns, and we accepted it based on that they weren't white people. And now, guess what? the numbers have changed.
So actually, Chille, if you're watching this, which you are, everybody say hello to Chille in the side chat. Do you know what? Say hello to Chille in the side chat with some defamation shamrocks and some chilies. That would be absolutely awesome. Jerry Ann, I will ask one of my kind folks here in the side chat maybe to post a link to my merchandise store. Actually, part of Chille's whole his whole LOLSuit is the fact that people use things that look similar to his logo to make money. And I am going to do the same thing real quick. I'm trying to think. There's a few different Chille designs on there. There's the Chille decaffeinated mug, which was when he said he had to give up caffeine because of his high knee pressure or something like that. And Karen says, hi, Chille. Oh, lads, you guys, you're just amazing. You're so much fun. And we have the Chillito Delito mug and Chillito Delito t-shirts were extremely popular. And we have the Constitutional LOL Scholar. We got a whole lot of good shit in there. So Chille, I tell you what, let me sell a few of these, buddy, and maybe it'll pay for your getting the rest of your ball bag all tightened up there. But let's go tighten up Chille's ball bag. You'll see it there, Creator Spring in the side chat. That's the link to the Chillito Delito stuff. Sorry, Chille, you just make it too easy, bud.
And now I think it's like 50-50 right now. So we can change.
Did I not make them
now.
yet, Lolly? Hold up. Lolly, did I not make the Jesus feckin' Murphy ones yet? Okay. I've got a friend that's watching right now, and they do all of my notes because I forget to write things down. If you are watching right now, I can't remember if you said, if you are watching right now, could you please write that down? Jesus feckin' Murphy merch, because I know a few people have been asking for that. Dr. Nimrod, my fellow Irishman, for $2.49 says, Bagsy a ride in your F-22 when you get it. They're one-seaters, though, so I'll have to put you in the boot. Sorry about that, but, you know, I'm going to be the one feckin' flying it, like.
Wait, most white folks are going to be with us on this. This is bullshit. I mean, someone else, was that DLZ Clips who put that in there? Michigan Woodman, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I love my people.
Oh, you got them already? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that, Lolly.
Took a real quick pause, and now I'm going to stop looking at that screen. I'm just going to, because I got to take an exit here, and I got to jump.
Oh, it's only beer glasses right now, is it?
Something here. I don't ever ever stop.
Sláinte mugs. That's a great idea.
I will not stop.
I'm fucking glad he named me too, Laurie.
There will be no stopping. Ricky Hobby, I got you, bro. I'm going to make your video today. It's going to take me a while, but I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to put it out tomorrow morning.
See how he switches to that accent? It's so weird.
Waiting for no YouTube. I'm just going to put it out. I don't have time to put it up on my... So here's what YouTube does. YouTube...
Okay, so here comes the please send me super chats because I'm an arsehole and YouTube demonetize all my videos. Now, I had to work very hard to get my monetization back twice. And then on top of that, when you upload a video, sometimes you have to wait for YouTube to watch it. That is if you fuck up, essentially. And if you fuck up, it means that you are going to basically be in a situation where YouTube are going to demonetize everything until they get, a chance to read it over and to check it out, make sure that it's not all bad. In my case, I had to work very, very, very hard to get back to a part where I was able to have the ability to just post videos straight away. So that's a him problem. That's got nothing to do with YouTube. I don't like that YouTube do it, but that is definitely the way to go. Just behave yourself. Just be careful. That's the way it is. Bridget Divide says, the fucking madness of life. If you know, you know. Let me know in the side chat if you know what that's all about. Wreck the fucking shop.
Your video.
Basically saying they demonetize his videos so it's sending money. Poor Chille. Poor Chille. Where's your petty super chats, bro?
Will hold on to your video to let you know if they're gonna allow it to be monetized. So you have to then leave it up on your
pretty brutal
on your studio until YouTube monitors come around and watch your videos. That's why you've been watching my videos. You can see me beep all the curse words and blank out any violence. Ooh, that audit I did yesterday. DLZ Clips is working on it. DLZ Clips is working on it.
Good man, Colin.
So there's that. And that's going to be coming out. This dude was sitting here yesterday with Anything Helps. I just,
good to
if
see
I was
Kathy,
going to be
Commander
homeless,
Kathy in the
I would
house.
not be one of the guys on the corner.
Oh yeah, it's never him.
I'd wash windows. And,
okay, actually, I got to get back to this.
This
is
was
like
sitting
quite
here
funny.
Yesterday with Anything Helps. I just, if I was going to be homeless, I would not be one of the guys on the corner. I'd wash windows, and I'd do something different. I wouldn't be just homeless over there.
Yeah, you guys know what I was getting at there.
See a copper over here on his bike.
See Captain Price.
A copper over here on his motorcycle, and I'm not in that big of a hurry.
Did he just say motorcycle again? For fuck.
But we shall see what happens. Anyway, listen, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. Listen, thank you guys for coming. Please, everybody get
good to see a motorcycle.
Origins of Gun Control, Part 1 and Part 2. Please get that. And it's on my website. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you a penny. It's absolutely free. There's 2 different versions of it. Read them both by PhD students. Please take a look at those. It's just facts from history that they just pulled from history. Copper hit his lights to go through the light. I wasn't following him. I just wanted to see what he was doing because he was behind somebody. I wanted to see if he was going to pull anybody over. All right, listen, I got to get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming to my TED Talk. I really appreciate it. I got to go. See you guys
I thought that too, J-Mac, when I watched back a little bit of it. I thought that maybe the motorcycle cop had pulled out, maybe potentially pulled him over, and maybe he's trying to behave himself, and that's why he's not like shouting at cops at the moment. But anyway, Cynthia Merritt for $2 says, can all us members of the Irish Demon Army have F-22s? Fine, I suppose so. I can't make any promises, but if you become a member of the channel, you will get your very own F-22. That's a lie. But you might. You never know. Stranger things have happened, like him being born. But anyway, we've got Mr. Binklesworth for $5 says, Chille to his backdoor fake doctor holding another syringe of Mexican Botox. I don't stop. I don't ever stop. And then he misses the ball sack and hits him right in the head. And hence the black and blue ball sack head with the mushroom stamp on it. is a motorcycle something for farming? I love that. I love that. Yeah, but like he's gonna come down there with his mattress. Remember, lads, I'm working on a great video. Karen Lane, thank you so very much indeed for the $50 super chat. Says, here's some monetization for you. After this, I will spend some more on your merch. Thank you so much. I want to film him going to a Harley dealer and say motorcycle. Funny you mention that. If you guys haven't seen it, I just released a video today about KC Camera Boy goes to a Harley dealership and starts auditing them. But it's a bit strange that he's very quiet compared to how he would be on other ones. And he brought a little buddy along with him. But one particular guy kind of looked like, as I say in the video, he's like a cross between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Sandor Clegane from what's called Game of Thrones. Absolute man beast. He's like, you're such a pussy. You're such a pussy foo. But he's like a mile and a half away whispering because that's the way they do it. That's the way they do it. But thank you so much for that, Karen Lane. I really appreciate it. I would love to see him go into a Harley dealership and be like, oh, can I ride your motorcycle? Or was it SGV? I figured it was SGV because it did look and sound like him. I might have to have a look. Yeah, I did figure it was. But yeah, so he's gonna go cleaning windows because he is homeless and like that sucks. Like I don't like that anybody would be in that position, but he seems to kind of put himself in that position, which is really, really sad. Which is really, really sad. But you know, he's a grown ass kind of, maybe not physically, but he's a grown man. Like that, it's up to him to kind of make these decisions now. And this is obviously the decision he's made, which is really, really, really sad. He should have just bought himself a motorcycle. He would have had a lot more fun. I have loads of fun on my motorcycle. I don't even like saying it. Anyway, let's have a look at this. So this is his LOLSuit, constitutional LOLSuit, I suppose. And this is all right. So I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it is long. It's long enough. But so basically he's filed it with the Superior Court of California, the County of Los Angeles. Now he claims in this, and now I don't know where I can make this available to you, quite honestly, but he claims in this that talking about stalking, vandalizing, it's all about Kate Peter, of course, and he goes after her again. Like he's just trying his best to shut her down. That's all he's doing. But when I scroll down here, he says that the plaintiff is a resident of the County of Los Angeles and the events or omissions giving rise to these actions occurred in the County of Los Angeles. Additionally, this court offers online filing, etc. So he claims that all of this happened in the County of Los Angeles while he himself was all over the country during these alleged incidences, and the other person was on the other side of the country. So how does that work? How could that have happened? No, maybe there's a legal way that is true. Mr. Shigora can link it. That'd be great. And you're a mod, I believe, Mr. Shigora. So yeah, that'd be fantastic if you could link that. That'd be brilliant. But yeah, exactly right, Phantom. The only reason he's doing it is trying to drain her. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, and it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. So anyway, he goes on down here. He talks about the libel, slander, and false light. So he goes on all the kind of stuff that you've all seen him talk about before, about how, basically that anybody that says anything bad about Chille is Hitler, basically, is as bad as Hitler. Now when we go down here, we see he talks about Jail Warren. Jail, do you know what page he talks about you on? It's really funny. Here it is. So on July 22nd of 2022, while I was at the Tahlequah Courthouse in Oklahoma and was participating in a press release for a friend, a man that I know only as Jail Warren, who is a dues-paying member of Mass Troll Mafia. Okay, so what is a dues-paying member of Mass Troll Mafia? I don't pay dues to anybody. And I'm not a member of any troll mafia. I'm simply not. I don't know where he's getting this idea. I feel like maybe he was trolled about that kind of thing. But anyway, so he says that Jail showed up there and purposely ran into me and then tried to have me arrested for battery. Okay. Mr. Warren has written me dozens of emails and hundreds of text messages harassing me. I've clearly stated to Mr. Warren that I wish no contact with him and that I am not interested in interacting with him. On the same day, he purposely ran into me. He called the police on me and tried to press charges against me for battery. I was temporarily detained by police. Was he? I didn't. No, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But I don't believe he was. But again, I might be wrong. This was quite a while ago. It was terrifying because Mr. Warren caused physical contact between us. You can clearly see in the video that that was him that did it, not JL. Anyway, thus I was unaware if I would be arrested or not. Mr. Warren continues to contact me to this day and proudly proclaims, I am a paying member of Mass Old Troll Mafia. You can sue me, Chille. JL, I love you. Plaintiff incorporates by reference paragraph, blah, 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 blah. At several of the places where I have rented property, I've suffered trespass from Peter and her associates, where they entered onto the property without permission and committed harm against the property and myself to terrorize me, and in fact did cause significant alarm, fear, and cause damage to the property that required cleanup and repair. On August 8th, 2022, my van was stolen from my driveway. Masshole members on Discord have taken credit for stealing said vehicle, claiming they stole it. Now, in that same light, if something happened to Chille and then somebody went into my Discord and said, yeah, I did that, and they didn't, let's say, or even if they did, would that be my fault? No, of course it wouldn't. And likewise, it wouldn't be her fault. It's ridiculous. Anyway, on August 19th, 2022, in a video where Peter published the findings of Denver Metro PD on my stolen van, she published the address where I was staying in Denver on her Discord. Now, you did exactly that to me, or at least you thought you did, because you thought you had my real name, but you didn't. You were trolled once again. So you have doxed people countless fucking times. You doxed me, or so you thought. And that was totally fine. So you're allowed to do it, but not everybody else. What happened to the whole rules for thee, but not for me? When I pushed it down, sorry, what was it again? I was staying in Denver on Discord, blah, blah, blah. Soon after, Peter and our associate left a bag of dog feces and a card at the front door. I went to open the storm door, which had a lever type doorknob. When I pushed it down, the lever came off the security door. Under my fingers, I felt a gooey brown substance. I immediately dropped the lever. It fell next to the bag of dog feces on my welcome mat. Next, my dog ran up and began licking up the brown gooey substance. I yelled for him to stop. I smelled my hand. It was chocolate. I looked around. The handmade card on the door said, Kate always wins, see Exhibit 2. Now, it's just really strange how you had Nutella on your hand a day after you showed a video of your birthday, or like maybe a day or two after, you showed a video of your birthday where you were eating a big tub of Nutella. An unusual thing, I would say, for you to eat, somebody in such good shape. Very strange. And as Phantom says, this is all assumptions. It's all assumptions. And so on and so forth. So talking about a handful of balloons and a large handmade sign, that could be literally anybody. It could be literally anybody. So you don't know that she had anything to do with that. And we know that it was staged. Absolutely. Mr. Shore, of course it was fucking staged. Chille, who do you think you're fooling? These statements that she made on her camera to her 30,000 troll mafia members. So if you watch the channel, that makes you a member of this alleged mafia. Okay. Dude, you had a big ass tub of Nutella a couple of days before you allegedly had dog shit that was actually Nutella put on your door. Come on. Who are you trying to kid here? Be fucking real. Yes, he refiled, Susan. Although the first video, yada, 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 I want to try to find a bit where he's talking about me. It's actually really, really funny. Let me see if I can find it here now. The Masshole members work together to harass me for clout. Okay. So apparently this is all going downhill. Like this is all like it flows down to all of us. Like, is that how that works? Cool story, bro. Track him like an endangered great white. That was pretty funny. The whole thing about the air tag and all that stuff. It's like, dude, you keep showing everybody where you are. You keep showing everybody where you are in the world, you stupid fuck. It's like you make it so easy. You dox your own damn self, and whatever people want to do with that, that's up to them. I don't necessarily condone it, but you're doing it to yourself. Yeah, that's a good point. Jeremy says the video was also very fake. He believes that he has dog crap on his fingers, yet he holds his hand inches away from his face so that he can get it in frame of the camera shot. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so obvious. It is so obvious, man. Okay, give me 1 sec here now while I really want to try to find. Okay, so this is brilliant. So approximately August 1st, 2022, after being a member of Airbnb since 2010, I was unceremoniously and immediately kicked out of my Airbnb in Denver, Colorado. Airbnb would not reveal the reasons why. I've rented hundreds of locations from Airbnb since 2010. As an ad executive in New York City, it is imperative to have the ability to be able to rent Airbnbs quickly. On this date, Airbnb suspended my account indefinitely. You've been assessed to be a risk factor. You are to immediately pack your belongings and leave the Airbnb. The host has canceled your month-long reservation on this day 2 of the 30-day stay. Please stand by for a phone call from Airbnb safety and security team. On that phone call, I was told that Airbnb had been alerted that I am armed and dangerous. Are you carrying a gun? Is there a gun in the Airbnb? Of course not. However, a man named Sean O'D, who goes by the name Irish Demon. Okay, so let's just roll back here for a second. First and foremost, you did have a gun in the Airbnb, right? You were literally you were on a live stream with the gun in your fucking hand in the Airbnb. So that is a lie. Surprise, surprise. Second of all, that is not my name. What else did he say? There was another thing he said that was really stupid. So he goes, however, a man named John O'D, who goes by the name Irish Demon on YouTube and is also a dues-paying member of Masshole, previously had posted on his LinkedIn page that he worked as customer service for Airbnb for over 6 years. That is not true. What was on there is that I worked in customer service for Airbnb for a number of months 6 years ago. So 5 years before this happened. Actually, no, it would have been 6 years before this happened. How the fuck did I have anything to do with it? I've had like 4 jobs since then. Anyway, it is the plaintiff's intention to subpoena Airbnb to find out exactly what happened on August 1st. Mr. DeCastro has never been asked to leave any rental property from Airbnb and has maintained a perfect 5-star rating on the application since 2010. After threatening a lawsuit, Airbnb restored permissions to use my account as of December 22, but I haven't seen the documents yet that caused the suspension. Then maybe you need to go sort that out. So he did try to claim that I had something to do with that I somehow had something to do with that. I think the person who claimed responsibility for getting him kicked off Airbnb was somebody called Sean, spelled differently, by the way. Shaun, I believe it was spelled. But because he thinks that's my name, it must have been me, because I, along with about 50,000 other people, worked for Airbnb over the space of 6 fucking years. Oh, man. What an absolute cockbag. So anyway, these are all the exhibits and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if any of these are, I don't think any of these are mine or anything. I think these are all from Masshole. Yeah, so there we go. That's the story basically. So yeah, apparently I worked for Airbnb and got him kicked out of his Airbnb for reasons I don't know. It's bizarre. The dog shit thing was absolute bullshit. Like, there's no way that was dog shit. You knew it wasn't dog shit. It was Nutella that you had the day before. Very strange. Very, very, very fucking strange. Paul Morrison for £2 says you can buy a Panavia Tornado F2 ZD 899. How much? How much? That I'm down. Let's see how we go here. Cerebral Tackle for $5 says, to be fair, he spouted shite, you fed him. That's true. That is true. In football, in American football, we call that being drawn offside. To be fair, that is true. I did troll his ass real good. And it's kind of funny that he fell for it multiple fucking times. I love trolling him. Tenkai for $5 says he doxed Blue Bacon and said he gave the address to someone who wanted to meet him and suggested that the man wanted to cause harm to him. Oh, but you see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's perfectly fine for Chille to do whatever the fuck he wants. But when anybody else does it, then it's a problem. Then it's a problem. Frank Perry for $2 says, when the hell was he an ad executive in New York City? I think he was probably one of those guys that stands outside a strip club and like hands out things like, come dance with us and you get a cheap drink or whatever the case may be. But anyway, folks, there we go. Iron Wolf says Irish Demon's real last name is Bond, first name Bale. Bale Bond. The name's Bond. Bale Bond. Stirred, not shaken. I prefer it stirred. Anyway. That was a shit show as always. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here now because it's nearly midnight and I need to get up early in the morning. I got to hit the road very, very early. I'm going to have another video or a couple of videos coming actually in the next couple of days. Potentially 3. I'm working on something. I'm working on something epic at the moment, but I'm waiting for one more piece to fall into place. I really hope it does, but you know, we'll wait and see how that goes. Stephen Alley for $3 says, put this towards my IDA petty dues. That is going to go straight towards my F-22. I want a Raptor. That's what I want. I only need $198 million. That's all I've got left to go. $198 million. Dig deep. Dig deep. Anyway, folks, let me just get up my outro here. Paul Morrison, let me have a look there. Sorry, I do miss the member chats because for whatever reason they don't come up on the side panel. Not 100% sure why, but they don't. Paul Morrison, 3-star general for 3 months, says, did you know that there was a supersonic version of the Harrier jet? It was called the P1154, but it was shelved because no one apart from Britain wanted it. Yeah, I actually did hear about that. I think a lot of it was to do with the fuel, wasn't it? The amount of fuel that it would need to operate, and it could carry, it had to use the outside pods to carry extra fuel, and it would have ended up costing way too much to run it for the very small amount of firepower that it could carry. And also, I suppose with stuff like F-16s and all that kind of stuff available on the market, it probably would have made more sense to go with those cheaper aircraft, cheaper to maintain, cheaper to run. That'd be my guess. I think I heard something about it before, but I can't remember the exact specifics. But anyway, folks, again, thank you all so much. It was a lot of fun doing 2 streams tonight and a video. I've had a great day. I've had a feckin' wonderful couple of days, and it is great to catch up with you all. We will see you probably tomorrow. I'll probably get I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow night at some point. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how that goes. But I will endeavor to do a live stream tomorrow night, and definitely, as I say, a couple of videos coming up over the next couple of days, and definitely for the weekend I won't be able to live stream. I'll be away on Saturday and most of Sunday, so I might be able to do a live stream on Sunday. We'll see how that goes. But folks, I really hope you had a great evening. For those of you who needed a smile and a laugh, I really hope that you got one today. And thank you all so much for joining me. We'll catch you soon, and a big sláinte to you all. Make sure and leave a load of defamation shamrocks on your way out. And you know what? When you're done, go down to the comment section. Leave a load of defamation shamrocks there for Chille. So when he comes back to read it later, he'll see them all there. We'll catch you later, folks. Sláinte. Not cool, bro. Not cool.